apps and dollar off drinks during happy hour Tuesday through Friday from 5 to 7 p.m. and Saturday from 9 to 10. Titlo's is also booking private parties. Call them today, 724-437-6749, or order online.
NovaCare Rehabilitation in Uniontown is accessible for all of your recovery needs. New at NovaCare is pelvic floor physical therapy, a specialized program to treat patients with pelvic floor dysfunction related to bladder, bowel, sexual function, and pregnancy postpartum. These issues can affect both women and men and include urinary frequency, urgency and incontinence, pelvic pain, constipation, IBS, menopause, painful periods, and more. Call 724-437-0556 for an appointment in Uniontown. Personalize your care with NovaCare.
Chris Parker Jr., it's the holiday season, time for giving thanks, and the most wonderful time of the year as we go over the river and through the woods.
0% financing for 60 months on all new 25 and 26 Tucsons and Santa Fe's is really something to be thankful for.
I'm listening.
0% for 60 months and the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event make it the perfect time to travel to family gatherings in these capable SUVs. Like the Santa Fe with third row seating for up to 7 passengers and 0% financing for 60 months. Or up to $4,500 HMF bonus cash.
Tell me more.
We still have a great selection of new 25s at pre-tariff prices, plus Black Friday specials with employee pricing all month long.
And every new Hyundai purchase includes Hyundai Assurance, America's Best warranty with 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain protection and 3-year free complimentary maintenance. Autoland Hyundai, downtown Uniontown, or online at AutolandHyundai.com.
And you always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai.
Stays compass. I got no direction now. I'm gonna find my way somehow. I'm barely on this tightrope. I'm stuck in between the here and now, and I'm trying to figure out.
And now we welcome Wendy O'Brien from Proden and O'Brien Law Firm, and of course Josh Kryzak here from WMBS, and this is A Couple of Things with Wendy and Josh. Guys, take it away.
Thank you, TJ.
Thanks, TJ. Appreciate you. It's good to see you, Wendy.
Hi, Josh.
The week before Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
It is the season.
It is the season. So before we get started, it is A Couple of Things with Wendy and Josh. We do have a show every month. Wendy comes on. We talk about some legal stuff. It's not professional advice. You need to go get advice if you actually have a legal issue. It's just kind of helping to guide you in the right direction kind of thing.
Right. We like to try to talk about some ideas and give you some guidance on certain things. But again, every case is different. You should consult your own attorney. You can consult our law firm. That would be fine.
Yep. How do they find you?
Give us a call at 724-437-3484. We're Proden and O'Brien. We're located right next to the courthouse. Open Monday through Friday.
Yeah.
8:30 to 5. Stop in, make an appointment, email us, find us on our website.
Absolutely.
All the things.
And I will tell you, so it's always A Couple of Things with Wendy and Josh, which is a perfect name for what the show has become. This is like our 8th or 9th show. We've been doing it for a while now.
Yeah, we have. It's been fun.
But Wendy typically will send me like an outline and a draft, and it's always a lot of fun to see where her head's at. And this is very, very seasonal. It's exciting stuff. So what do we have? What are we going to be talking about today?
Today is all about turkey torts.
I love it. Turkey tort sounds good.
Do you know what a tort is?
I know what a tort is to eat.
Not that kind of tort. Okay.
Tell me what a tort is.
In the law, a tort is considered something that may cause you to have civil liability.
Okay.
So things like negligence.
So someone falls on your porch because it was in disrepair.
Slip and fall.
Something like that.
A medical malpractice case is a tort. Those are torts. Any kind of action that could cause or lead to some sort of civil liability.
Okay. So the reason why when kids are playing in your yard and stuff, it's always you got to be careful what's going on.
Right.
Because that's how it comes back to you, a tort.
It is. It's a word in the law that we identify these things where you owed some sort of duty to somebody else.
To do something to provide for their care or to make sure they were safe.
Make sure they're safe. And you fail to do that.
Okay.
And then that leads to some kind of civil liability.
So, but today it's turkey torts.
Turkey torts.
What does that mean?
So I have a couple stories we're going to talk about a couple different scenarios where, it's relative to Thanksgiving because everybody's going to have turkey next week. 1 week from now, we'll be eating lots of turkey, right?
Yeah, I can't wait.
Okay, so the first one, I don't know if you've ever heard of this, but in Illinois, there was a grocery store that had this great idea that they're going to have this contest where they're going to bowl with frozen turkeys. And
that sounds like a lot of fun, though.
Right? A lot of fun. Like just throwing 10-pound turkeys down
the aisle.
Down the grocery store aisle.
Oh, my God. I would do that.
Yeah, right. It sounds like a great idea.
Yeah.
I'm sure it was a lot of fun until it wasn't, right?
What happened?
So one of the store workers apparently rolled a frozen turkey down and hit some lady, and she fell. And she hit her head, and she got injured.
Oh, my God.
So, here's our turkey tour number 1.
Yeah, okay. So, what happens in a situation like that?
All right. So, there's a lot of issues here. So, our grocery store, in this scenario, would, of course, owed some sort of duty to the customers to keep them safe.
Right.
So, by sponsoring this event, which is
hosting it too.
Yeah, it's out of the ordinary.
Yeah.
Obviously, does that raise their liability? Are they, assuming liability for any incident that may occur as a result of this game that they wanted to play inside their store? And the answer is yes, they are.
Yeah,
they are definitely because they're opening themselves up to liability.
Right.
Unfortunately, somebody did get hurt.
Right.
So. Duty of care. Let's talk about that a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So what happens? So tell me specific to this case. What does that mean?
So specific to this case, when you walk inside a grocery store, if somebody had spilled something on the floor and you see one of those little cones set up, caution,
they're covering themselves.
Caution, wet floor. Right. They know the floor's wet for whatever reason. They put that sign out immediately because they're trying to make sure they have a duty of care to you to make sure you're safe as you're walking through the store.
Correct.
So they're protecting themselves.
Got it. Okay.
And in this case, when the store sponsored this, event and the employee hit the customer with the turkey and she fell, that's a breach of the duty of care owed to that customer, unfortunately.
Yeah. So I think that, so again, me being the fun guy, love Thanksgiving, love the idea. Maybe it's not that they shouldn't do it. They just need to take more precautions.
Yeah, I think there's a way around it.
Like guardrails, like bumper rails, like in bowling, that kind of thing. If they would have built a specific aisle, maybe tested it out, they maybe could have still done something.
Well, one thing that you see quite frequently, and I'm sure you've signed one of these, is a liability waiver.
Sure.
If you're going to participate in something like sports or some kind. I know every time my kids sign up for hockey or any kind of sports, I sign my life away, basically, that we accept and assume the liability, the risk of liability in the event they would get hurt.
Escape room.
Yeah, an escape room, you're signing that.
Yep.
You go to the trampoline park, you sign that. Any kind of thing like that. So, yes, the grocery store could have easily have done something like that.
That would have been even better. But and also just from a practical perspective, I wonder how the 10-pound frozen turkey got away to hit the woman.
Who knows?
It just doesn't. It sounds like a lot. I
it
really would.
That's
true.
Maybe she was a problem customer, and the employee was looking for.
Hey, that's a good idea. I like that idea. That sounds like fun.
At least he didn't throw it at her head. I guess
this is true.
Whack her with it. But yeah, there's definitely ways around it. But that's kind of it's a fun way to do a promotion in the store. And
we got to read some of your lines here, though.
Okay,
we have to read it. I'll read. I'm going to read the causation, then you could read the classic tort. Okay, you ready?
Okay, yeah.
So causation was clear. Turkey meets customer. Customer meets floor. That's who we're dealing with here. And now go ahead. What's your say? There's your classic tort case.
There's your classic tort case, just wrapped up in plastic and kept at 28 degrees Fahrenheit.
See, she's a comedian as well as an attorney.
I'm so funny. We're gonna have fun today because
I love it.
I think Turkey Day is a fun day. It's a day we get to be with family. We get to have fun. We get to reminisce about the year. It's one of my favorites. So. And eat.
It's one of my favorites. There's less stress and busyness than Christmas.
Yeah.
You get the good food and the family vibes and all that stuff.
Right.
It's just a good day.
What's your favorite part of the Thanksgiving meal?
So here, I'll tell you, this is kind of weird. Two things. I like the sauces. I like the gravy and the cranberry sauce because those are two things you don't often eat necessarily otherwise.
Yeah, that's true.
So it gives it that extra kick, that punch. But I love turkey. I love stuffing.
Yeah,
How about you, stuffing?
Stuffing all the way. It's so
My mom
good.
makes really good stuffing.
Because again, that's something I don't eat
It's
that
the
all
same
year.
thing. Yeah.
But on Thanksgiving Day,
Yeah.
I'm like, we have to have extra stuffing.
Absolutely.
If anybody's taking anything home, it's me taking the stuffing home.
I hear you. Stuffing is so good.
It is good. It's the best part, in my opinion.
I agree.
Okay, have you ever heard of the Macy's Day Parade in New York City?
Oh, well, I have heard of that. I watch it. I love it. So
I'm sure most of your
do you
listeners
watch it too?
Yes, of
I love
course.
it. I
You
love
have
it.
to
It's a
watch
tradition.
it.
I get
Football
my
and
coffee
Macy's
going.
Day,
Yep.
yeah.
Have my cup of coffee. Watch that. And then football's
100%.
coming later. So
That's right.
Tell me this story though.
Okay, so you know how they have the giant balloons
I do.
going down Fifth Avenue.
Right.
All right, so in 1997, one of the balloons went pretty rogue. It was
Okay.
the Cat in the Hat balloon.
Okay,
I actually
perfect.
watched the video of it because I wanted to see this, but it was a windy day. It ended up being a pretty windy day, and the parade organizers were a little bit concerned to begin with that day in 1997 about what they were going to do and if they should even let the balloons go. And they made the decision: they're gonna be okay. We're just gonna keep the balloons lower. We're just gonna keep them low.
So shorten the ropes.
We're shortening the ropes, and we can maintain control a little bit better, and they won't get away from us.
Okay.
Well, Cat in the Hat got away from them. And unfortunately, it hit into a lamppost and knocked it down. And the lamppost fell down on two people, hit them in the head, and they sustained some pretty critical injuries. Nobody died, but it was still
That's something.
You know,
yeah, that's sad. It is sad because they're just there to have a good time like
Correct,
everybody else. So
and is it something that could have been prevented? I don't know. Maybe you know. But then everybody looks forward to this tradition, so you hate to not send the balloons out on Thanksgiving Day for the parade, but somebody did get hurt.
Do we know what happened from a legal perspective with those folks?
Yeah, so of course they sued.
Yeah.
And the question is there liability? Was a duty owed
right
by the parade organizers to protect these spectators? And the answer is yes, of course there is.
Sure.
There's a duty owed. Now, again, we go back to the risk assessment. So how much of that is the spectator, assuming the risk?
Sure. There has to be some give and take there.
I think so, yeah, for sure.
Now, do judges, they probably have to take into that to some degree.
Yeah, of course.
They're wanting to be there.
Yeah.
That has to be a part of it.
Yeah, you are.
No one was forcing them to be there.
It's an abnormal thing. These are giant balloons coming down Fifth Avenue, and you're standing right underneath them.
Yeah.
There's some risk to your,
Right,
to
there
yourself.
is. Yeah.
You're assuming some kind of liability there.
Right.
To yourself. So interesting. Yeah, and that's not the first time though that a balloon did that.
Oh wow.
2 years earlier, I think it was a Sonic the Hedgehog balloon.
Again, it makes sense.
The same thing. Yeah, they're heavy balloons.
Yeah.
You can't control the weather.
Yeah, no. So they did sue then, obviously. So has there been? Do you know if there's been any changes in how they go about the parade?
Yeah, I'm sure. And from what I understand, it's also they control the crowds a little bit better.
Yeah.
So you almost have to have an admission to get into an area.
Yeah.
And then by entering this area, you are assuming the risk.
Yeah.
So again, there you are with an implied waiver. By entering this area, you are assuming the risk that these balloons may fall. I think most of them are float parades now. They're still balloons though.
Yeah. No, there are still balloons,
Yeah.
and I actually like the balloons.
Oh, they're awesome.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
I think that if you saw them in person, you'd be like, "Are you kidding me?"
Oh, there's people that go every year just to see this parade because that's a family
Yeah.
tradition for them.
Exactly.
And I could see why. I think it's the most phenomenal parade in the United States.
Yeah, exactly. So Wendy and our newer friends, we haven't known each other for years and years.
Oh,
We've
yeah.
known each other for a couple years, but I'm going to tell you a story because this ties in perfect. So
Sure,
I used to run the Story Square Summer Concert Series in downtown Uniontown.
Okay.
I ran it with Mark Rafel for like 8 years, and we would always be in charge of canceling or going forward with it every single time on Thursday by 1 o'clock. That was our cutoff. We had to make the call for weather.
Okay.
And I would make the call. We would always err on the side of caution. Even if it was like 40 or 50% of rain, we were just calling it. Nope,
Yeah.
we're not doing it. People were mad all the time.
Yeah.
Well, the one time we pushed through and did it, a storm hit. It picked up one of our vendors' tents, blew it down the street, and hit somebody. I mean,
You can't make this
You
up.
can't make it up, but that's exactly the same kind of thing.
It goes back to, and I have this in my notes, the clear foreseeability of there being an issue.
Yeah.
And you know that weather can be an issue, so that's why you got to watch it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that's why you canceled when you did.
We had to. We didn't want to. We wanted to have the concerts every time, but there was a reasonable risk that you had to mitigate. Those are all my Wendy O'Brien terms.
This all comes back to, though.
Tell me.
Some attorney sued this and made it bad for everybody, right?
Exactly. It all goes back. No, I'm kidding. Of course.
I know. We're good too.
You are good too, and you are protecting people too.
We are.
A lot of times it's like the person who got hit with that tent, they weren't anywhere near even the concert.
Well,
it blew down the road.
I think even this last parade, the last holiday parade that was here in Newtown, someone fell off a float.
Yeah, no, that is true.
Yeah, so I mean, these things happen.
Yeah.
They definitely do. So
and that's why attorneys are important, because they're protecting everybody. They're protecting the parade organizers. They're protecting the people participating in the parades.
Yeah.
Everybody has a right to exist and be safe and all that good stuff.
Absolutely. You do owe a duty to one another.
Yeah.
To make sure everybody's safe and not put anybody at risk unnecessarily so.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we go further, I'm going to give a little update in case you're just joining us. This is A Couple of Things with Wendy and Josh. I'm Josh Krysak. She's Wendy O'Brien. She's from Proden and O'Brien Law. We talk all kinds of interesting stuff on this show.
Yeah.
But if you're interested and you need an attorney, Wendy's a good place to start. Wendy, how do they find you?
Hi, come find us. We're right next to the courthouse. We have a website, Proden and O'Brien. Look for us on Facebook. We have a Facebook page. You can find us in the Yellow Pages. Does that even exist anymore?
Maybe. I think it does online.
I think like new things where to look for us.
It does online.
Okay.
Yeah.
Google us. Our phone number is 724-437-3484.
Yeah. And if you get stuck on every other way, call the station.
Yeah.
They'll get to me. I'll get to Wendy. You get connected. So
comment on our broadcast.
You've actually had a chance to talk with some folks that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can reach out that way, and I can give you a call, and we'll hook up and see what's going on.
Yeah, that sounds good.
We can help you.
All right, so we've got the parade, the Macy's parade one down. We're on to segment 3, Thanksgiving food poisoning cases. Oh, God.
Yeah, so...
All right, talk to me.
Before we came on, I asked Josh, does he cook at home or does he go somewhere? He says he does go a couple places. And
you bring a side, that's about it, yeah.
I cook at home, so... And I don't invite, people we don't know to our house, but just think of how many people do cook and have, guests come to the house.
Sure.
So what if, the turkey's bad or the stuffing's bad or something's bad and everybody gets sick?
Yeah.
What happens then? And maybe it's that, maybe your side dish is bad and you...
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Everybody's sick at your...
Well, sometimes, if you're being honest with yourself, if you don't ever worry about those things, you're not normal.
Correct, yeah.
Because sometimes you're just like, I think that's okay. Like, you know what I mean? We all eat those things at home and don't think twice about it.
Yeah.
But when you're taking it for a large group of 20 or 30 people and you're like, okay, well, fingers crossed.
Right. And it's a little bit scary. And
yeah.
That's why, people that sell food are required to have health permits and all the required
internal meat temperatures, all those kind of things. You have to know what you're doing.
Yep.
If you don't know, you're putting yourself at even more risk.
Absolutely. It's a little bit frightening.
Yeah, absolutely.
But you don't expect it from your family.
No, so is this something that you've ever seen?
I personally have never seen it. I just know that it does exist and it does happen.
With a restaurant, though, I would imagine it could happen a lot more.
Absolutely, of course, with a restaurant. And, sometimes it's like a grocery store issue where maybe the turkeys weren't stored at the right temperature.
Yes.
Or, maybe there's something wrong with some of the vegetables that are being sold from the manufacturer, the producer. So it could be a higher problem than just whatever you're doing at home.
Yeah. So I'll give you an example of one I remember from way back, probably 20, 25 years ago. It was a church in the area, and it's long enough ago that probably nobody listening is going to remember, but it was a chicken over biscuits, like potluck kind of thing.
Okay, yeah.
So they made it in bulk ahead of time, but a ton of people got sick.
Yeah.
It was. I remember covering it for the Herald Standard.
Okay.
A ton of people got sick, and what had happened was when they made the chicken, they sealed it into containers while it was still too hot. They didn't allow it to cool some first.
Okay.
So then that trapped in some bacteria.
Okay.
By the time they then shredded the chicken, and that was it. And everybody got sick. So that was like an above board, everybody doing their best. I'm sure they were all
nobody meant to do it.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the big thing I want everybody to focus on. I don't think anybody means to poison your Thanksgiving dinner.
Right.
But does that still open you up to some kind of liability?
Right.
And
well, I think one of the things you mentioned here, though, open up to liability, but you have some really interesting notes that they're notoriously hard to win.
Absolutely.
And that also, unless everybody got sick, you can kind of make a case. Can you prove for sure that that's what it was?
Yeah, a case like this is very, very difficult to prove. And if you don't have all the facts line up just perfectly for you, you're probably going to be okay if you were the bad chef.
Yeah.
You're probably, because honestly, your intent to hurt or harm someone truly isn't there.
Yeah.
You genuinely, hopefully, want to just cook a nice meal for them.
Yeah.
And you didn't mean to leave the turkey out all night or not cook it the whole way through or something.
Right. I think that kind of thing could happen to just about anybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We were just talking before we started, how busy this time of year is.
It's crazy.
So it's very, easy to think that someone would accidentally leave the turkey out too long.
Right.
Or, my sister told me this morning she was taking her turkey out today. I said, it's a week before Thanksgiving. She said, well, last year it wasn't defrosted the whole way, so I had to put it in the microwave.
Oh, God.
I said, what?
Yeah, you don't want to hear these things.
No.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, this is how people think this time of year.
I know.
We're scrambling. We're all busy.
There's a house I drive by every day, and he apparently harvested a deer, and the deer has been hanging out in his yard for several days. It's cold today. It was cold yesterday. It wasn't that cold the day before that. I start to feel like,
I don't know.
I don't know. It's so everybody's got their own unwritten rules in their head too of what works and what doesn't. And maybe most of the time it does, but still.
And if your grandma taught you how to do something, she probably has a different way of doing things than what we can do now or should be doing now.
Right.
I don't know.
That's very interesting stuff.
Yeah.
And I know you love true crime too, and this is a tiny rabbit hole, but did you see have you ever heard about the mushroom killer? The woman who killed?
No.
Yeah.
I missed this.
Yeah, I'll send it to you. Since we're talking about food.
Yeah,
she made a meal for a beef Wellington for a bunch of people and killed multiple people with it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
intentionally.
Hopefully nobody experiences that this Thanksgiving.
Not this Thanksgiving.
But yeah, and if you are hosting, obviously we're not talking about this to scare you or frighten you.
No.
Anyway, please.
99.999% you're going to be absolutely fine. If you pick something up and it tastes a little funny, maybe don't eat all of it.
Yeah.
Pro tip.
If you left the turkey out too long, go pick one up at Bob Evans or something.
Exactly.
You'll find another way.
Yeah, and again, we are joking and talking about extreme cases. In most cases, something like this, you might get a little sick to your stomach, but you're going to be all right.
Yeah.
So.
But at the end of the day, you do owe a duty of reasonable care.
Yeah.
So if you know that something is wrong with something you're serving, don't serve it.
Correct.
That's what's going to come down
Absolutely.
to. Because it's not that it's impossible to prove liability. It can be proven.
I would imagine.
And if all the facts line up, you could be in trouble. You could be liable. So, take that precautionary step. It's better to err on the side of caution.
For sure.
And not serve it.
That's right. I agree. All right. Thanksgiving food
poisoning. I think the Chinese restaurants are always open, too, because
they are.
On Thanksgiving Day.
They are. Thank you. Christmas Story taught us that you could go there on Christmas or, absolutely.
Yeah, so you're not going to be hungry.
No.
You just might not have the turkey and stuffing the day of. Right?
Yeah. Now, this is fascinating, so I'm ready to hear your take on this. So her next segment was deep fried turkey disasters.
Okay.
We've all seen the videos.
Yeah. Okay, so
have you ever done with one of these?
Do you have a deep fryer?
My wife won't let me have one. She says they're too dangerous. She literally won't. She's like, that is just a hazard.
It is. It's dangerous.
I think it would be fun, but
we have one at home, and my husband does deep fried turkey every year. And every year, I'm like, put it in the yard, put it out in the yard. And one year it was raining. We had to put it under the covered porch, and I'm a nervous wreck. The whole time it's cooking. But these are these are dangerous things, but man, the turkey's good.
Yeah, I've had deep fried turkey before,
Yeah,
and it tastes
delicious.
fantastic.
Yeah, it's delicious.
But there's a huge danger with it.
What is the risk? Yeah, please be careful. But yeah, so make sure your homeowner's insurance is paid, right? Make sure you're using the device according to its instructions.
Right.
Because misuse of the device, if it does, malfunction somehow and you do blow up your house, guess what? Your homeowner's insurance is going to look for any reason not to pay you.
Yes.
And one of them would be, well, you're not using your turkey fryer in the right way.
Correct.
So I'm pretty sure you don't put a frozen turkey in there.
That's
That would
a
be
big
number
one. Do not do that.
Yeah.
The water with the oil is what the problem is.
No
so don't,
good. No
don't
bueno.
do it.
Don't do that.
No bueno.
Don't do that. And obviously keep it away from the house as much as possible. Keep things away from the turkey fryer. Put it in a safe spot. Follow the instructions. Look at your instructions and follow them very clearly. Because gosh forbid if something bad does happen.
Yeah.
And you do need to make a claim with your insurance company, you better have clean hands.
Right.
Or they are going to find a way to subrogate their claim, basically.
Yeah.
They don't want to pay if they do not have to pay.
Yeah, yeah. So you did say that insurance would cover the fire damage, but like you just said, that's still separate if they're able to prove that you weren't using it correctly.
Yep. If you were misusing it somehow, or
you put the frozen turkey in.
You put the frozen turkey in, I don't know, had it in a bad place, you can be at fault.
Yeah.
You could have what's called contributory negligence.
Okay.
So that means you've contributed to the problem that you've created.
Right.
And we don't want you to do that.
I got you. No,
So
I agree.
Be very careful with these things.
So let's talk. And since we're on the deep fried turkey, and you do one at your house, what kind of stuff goes into that? I mean, we're just down another rabbit. Tell me. So what?
Okay.
No, he does it, but do you get involved in the prep work?
So when I met my husband, he was a chef. He went to culinary arts school.
Then he knows what he's doing.
Yes, for 20 years, that's what he did. Now he works in the retail end of food sales. So he's out of the actual cooking, but he does do the cooking at home. So he cooks the turkey. Yeah. But I mean, I have to get up and help him and watch and do all the shopping and
so
whatnot.
he starts defrosting it and thawing it early.
Oh yeah, it's definitely defrosted. Yeah. He has some kind of
like a rub.
Some kind of rub or something he puts on it. He uses peanut oil.
Okay.
Which is really good.
Oh yeah.
It makes it really good. And then
how fast does it cook usually?
It's pretty fast.
Is it really?
Yeah, it seems pretty fast, and it's so crispy and
but
the turkey is chicken. The turkey is so juicy.
Yeah.
It's a good way. It's a fun way
seals
to
it
cook
all in there underneath the crunch,
and it smells good while it's cooking. It's great. Yeah,
that's awesome.
I do recommend it, but follow the instructions.
Yeah, you have a great moral of the story for this one too. Fried turkey is delicious, but so is having a home.
and you know what else? Like it's very hot. You have to wear those rubber gloves, those fireproof rubber gloves.
Outside really is the best way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like in the yard, don't do it inside. Do it out in the yard and do it away from the house if you can.
Correct, yeah.
And, keep the kids away from it while it's cooking. The animals, the pets. Don't let the dog knock it over.
Don't be under the influence while you're doing it.
Yeah, which is sometimes a struggle on holidays.
On holidays, you just watch the parade and...
Yep, you're already getting into the beer or the wine. The coffee's done, so... Yeah.
Yeah, so just be careful. But do it. Try it out.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
You'll have to try it.
I would. If she would let me get one, I think I'd probably deep fry everything. So that's part of the challenge, too.
Yeah.
I'd want to try everything deep fried.
Heck yeah. Well, everything's better deep fried.
Absolutely.
Right?
Oreos, if they've taught us anything.
Oh my
deep fried Oreo?
I love deep fried Oreos.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I know from your travels and stuff that deep fried Oreos are the things that are offered at some of the places that you recently have been.
Disney World.
Yeah, that's right. And that's one of they have great deep fried Oreos. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
Anyway, now I'm down to food. I'm hungry and my mouth is salivating. So.
All right, well, let's talk about what we're going to do around the dinner table.
Yeah, okay.
Isn't this a perfect time to talk to your family about your estate plan?
No, I don't think it is. Am I right? Is that the right guess?
Probably no.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do it, let's do it in a civil manner.
Yeah.
And be productive about it, right?
Yeah.
Because this is maybe one time that your entire family will be together during the course of the year. And if there are things that you're worried about, like hey, Mom, do you have a will?
Yeah.
Hey, Dad, what's going to happen to the house if something happens to you?
Right.
Like, maybe this is a good time to have this conversation while everybody's there and everybody's present. And if you find out and discover, hey, Mom doesn't have a will or Dad doesn't have an estate plan, maybe this is a good time to talk them into, let's go find an attorney and get something put in place.
Yeah. So what you're saying is, obviously, when everyone's getting together, it's an opportunity to kind of have a big conversation.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you might want to broach it carefully.
Yeah, we don't want any fights.
Yeah.
We don't want any,
So I see.
arguments.
Yeah, in your notes you say that actual cases where Thanksgiving discussions have led to litigation.
Yeah. Because of fighting. They've had very,
Strong.
contentious
Okay.
fights and arguments and
Maybe got physical even. Yeah.
fist fights, yeah.
I got you.
Also, there's situations where, I think the holidays are emotional times for people.
Sure.
Maybe you've lost loved ones or, and this is your first year without them. You can also be very naive and a little bit, out of sorts and taken advantage of by a family member. Hey, Mom, I brought this will for you.
Yes.
Why don't we sign this? So we don't want to take advantage of anybody during the holidays. That's for sure.
Yeah. So that's where you're talking about undue influence.
Undue
kind of
influence,
thing.
correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't take advantage of the situation either.
Yeah, and I think too, and something that we've talked about before, because we did do a show about estate planning and wills to some degree. This is a really big deal, though. We're not telling you that having these conversations aren't important. They're extremely important.
It's so important.
It might be just something that you either want to plan in advance so everyone knows what you're going to be doing, or don't do it at Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I think a good way to maybe put out the feelers is talk to everybody ahead of time. Hey, what do you think about talking to Mom? While we're having dinner about what's her plans? Does she have something in place?
Right.
Because everybody's there and everybody can give their input. Because maybe you have family that are out of town or that won't be around for the holidays. And we will be open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of Thanksgiving week, and then we'll be open again the following week. So if you do need an appointment, give us a call. If your family's all going to be in and you've decided you need to get this will in place while
she's thinking ahead for you.
Yeah,
that's some seasonal planning. What's the number?
724-437-3484.
Yeah, and we did talk about it, but you can kind of reiterate, I think, some of the reasons why it's important. A lot of us know that Mom or Dad has this wish or this want.
Yeah.
If it's not written down, and even written down, it's not good enough.
No.
So talk about that a little bit, too.
Yeah, sure. So, I just had this conversation with someone the other day when I was meeting with them. They were telling me about an art collection that they have, and that they wanted so-and-so to have this piece and so-and-so to have this piece, but they all know, so we don't need to put it in the will. And I said, I value your opinion that you believe that they all know.
Right.
But just because you think they all know doesn't mean it's going to be enforceable in the courts. And it won't be.
Right.
Because even though we all know what you want, if it's not in that piece of paper, Susie can't go and take it off the wall unless everybody else says, yes, that's okay. If one person says, no, we're going to divide everything according to the will.
Yeah.
And maybe they get everything under the will. Instead of Susie getting that piece of art, she's not going to get it. So if you want something to specifically go to someone, just put it in writing in your will. And it has to be properly...
A legitimate will.
Yeah, it has to be properly witnessed and notarized.
Yeah.
So not just a witness. It has to be notarized.
That's interesting, too. So when you and I talked about that, so the witness piece of it, does that happen at your office?
Yes, we witness and we have notaries at our office.
You have notaries as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, we can do everything there.
What about, and this, I know we're kind of on a rabbit hole, but these are legal questions. What if there's a will already in existence that somebody hasn't had notarized? Can they take it to just a notary and get it notarized?
Yes, if you have to re-sign it though.
Okay.
You would have
with a witness there too.
Yes,
yeah.
You would have to re-sign it, and then it would have to be notarized.
Right, because that is
that date.
the notary's function is
Yes.
to witness the signature
Yes,
and then
correct.
seal.
Yep.
Or
Yep.
stamp, I guess, now, too.
Yep.
Okay.
And you could also just do what's called a codicil to it, and that's just basically an amendment to that prior document. And in your amendment, you could say, I incorporate everything I said in this one, and I want this to be my will, and
Okay.
I'm saying this now, and
Yeah.
then get that notarized and witnessed.
I got you. Okay. No, that's all really interesting stuff. And I think we kind of covered that last time, too, when we were talking about those things.
Yeah.
The things that people don't think about every day. And sometimes you don't think about them until it's too late to think
Yeah.
about them.
Yeah.
And it's good to just get them lined up, get them in place, get them done, and then you don't have to think about
Right.
them. And so that's why Thanksgiving table might be a good place to have the conversation. And if you're going to do it, make sure that you're preparing correctly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we don't want the story about the fist fight at Thanksgiving.
No, we definitely don't. And yeah, I mean, it's a time for family, but thinking ahead is so important. And if your family cares about you and you care about your family,
Yeah.
you'll do these little things for them.
Right.
It's probably, and I tell people this, and I'll probably get into this next month, I'll mention it.
Yeah.
That this is the smallest, best little gift you can give your family is having just some kind of plan in place.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the amount of nightmares I've had to deal with families and tell them, I'm sorry.
Right.
We have to do it this way because they didn't have a will.
Right.
Even though we know that's not what they wanted.
Yeah, that's really tough.
So-
That's really tough. And I do think, too, and again, Wendy and I aren't naive. The woman who said to her, or the person who said to her, oh, they all know, there's a good chance that it might have actually worked out that way. We know that can
sure,
happen.
yeah.
And there might be 3 siblings that get along
Yeah.
beautifully.
I
But sometimes,
Yeah.
and you got to be prepared for those sometimes.
feel like a lot of times what I try to do is referee,
You're
referee the bad things.
You're a
from
therapist.
happening. Yeah, I just don't want the bad things to happen because I've seen them happen.
Yeah.
Families do go astray. Families do fight over dumb things, and it might be something that happens, after you're sick or ill or in the hospital and you don't even know it happened.
Right.
And they end up fighting, and then that's what tears your family apart, and you don't
Right.
even know it's happening.
Right.
So it's so easy to just protect against that
Yeah.
with just a simple will.
Exactly. So that is so we're saying it's a fine line to be careful. Don't start the fight at Thanksgiving. But if you don't have a will, it is a time to maybe have a gentle conversation about it. Maybe get people thinking and considering, and you can then set up appointments for after the holidays with Broden and
Correct.
O'Brien too.
Yep.
So they're always ready to help you. So
You can even offer to buy your mom, dad, grandparents a consultation
look at that.
for Christmas with our
Fun
friends.
times.
And we could talk to them about estate planning.
That's
explain
right.
to them how important it really is.
No, I agree. I mean, as crazy as that sounds, sometimes especially as you get older, practical gifts are some of the best
Yeah,
ones.
absolutely.
One of my favorite gifts of my whole life was once I was a full-fledged adult and my sleep apnea mask broke, and my mom bought me parts for my sleep apnea mask. I didn't have money at the time. I was poor. I was broke, and that was an awesome gift.
Yeah.
I needed it.
And
Made me happy.
Yep, that's
It's the same kind of thing. This is something they may not even be thinking of, but you can kind of bless them at this season of blessings and thanks.
absolutely.
And, yeah.
Give them something that they didn't even know they needed.
Right. And kind of give yourself peace of mind and them too. Yeah.
I mean, it just makes it a little bit easier for everybody. There's nothing to fight about when it's in black and white,
I agree.
and it's on paper and signed, and
Yeah.
everybody knows what's going to happen.
So we got about 10 minutes. I'm going to introduce us again. If you just joined us, I'm Josh Krysak. She's Wendy O'Brien. This is A Couple of Things with Wendy and Josh,
Yep.
a monthly show where we talk about some legal stuff. We talk about all kinds of fun things that Wendy's up to at Proden and O'Brien. And if you want to get in touch with Wendy about any legal issues that you might have, Wendy, how can they find you?
Give us a call, 724-437-3484. We're right next door to the courthouse, 99 East Main Street. Come find us there. We have a website,
Yeah.
Prodenlaw.com. We have Facebook.
Yeah.
all the things.
She has two partners in crime too.
Yes,
Jeff Proden.
Jeff Proden, he handles a lot of our business and real estate matters,
Yep.
and Sean Lematowski, he does a lot of the civil work and some domestic stuff with me, estate work. So.
I had a chance to meet Sean at the Best in Fayette reception, where Wendy earned silver for the best individual attorney in Fayette County. Congratulations
Thank
again!
you. I appreciate
And
that.
Proden O'Brien won a couple of medals as well for their service, a gold and a silver too.
Yep.
So that's awesome wins. Sean was great. He's definitely the straight man to all of her bubbliness. He's just like, yeah, this is my life. But yeah, I think that any one of those folks at Proden O'Brien would be able to help you out. So
We have a good time there. It's a nice little place. We have 3 paralegals there. So
nice. You got a buzzing,
staff.
busy office.
Yeah. Yep.
Very good. So I'm going to say we got to read this closing because I love the closing.
All right.
So yeah, I'll let you read it.
So that's our tour of turkey torts. The frozen birds, the flying balloons, the questionable casseroles, and the fryers that double as flamethrowers.
There it is. See, she knows. She knows, and the thing is, she has experience with some of these things.
See, you write this stuff like as if you're on the radio and nobody can see you, but they can see us.
They can see us, right?
It's a little.
I know, but it's okay. It's good. It's good stuff. We get to see them on Facebook.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody who does join us and watch us on
thank
Facebook.
you.
But
we just like to have a little bit of fun, but talk about the law.
yeah, that's really what we do each month, and we have been finding our way and building our show and kind of getting to know each other and the things that we like to talk about. But one of the things you have here highlighted too, before we get to what we always close our show, which is a couple of things. But you say if harm is foreseeable and preventable, you're responsible for preventing it. I think that's a pretty good rule of thumb.
Yeah.
So people should just be, like we said, cognizant of what is happening and making sure they're thinking, oh, well, if this could happen, I will be on the hook for it.
Yeah, if it's reasonably foreseeable.
Yeah.
You're probably going to be responsible for it.
Yeah.
And reasonable is a big word there.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the one doing the work.
Right. Yeah. Yes, it is. I mean, is it reasonable that aliens are going to come down and attack you during your music festival? No, probably not.
Right.
But is it foreseeable that you're going to have lightning and the tent's going to blow away? Yeah. That's foreseeable.
Exactly. That's what I mean. I think that makes perfect sense. And those are the kind of things that you need to be thinking about when you're having your get-togethers and enjoying your fun this Thanksgiving.
Enjoy it.
And you should enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So what do we got?
Safe.
What do we got for a couple of things?
Okay, so I'm really excited about this Christmas in the Square. Are you going to be there? Are you going to be there?
So WMBS is going to be there.
Good.
Matt Sapienza, who we call Elbow.
Okay.
He's our morning man. He'll be there along with Russ Rhodes.
Okay.
Now I may stop by, but not as part of the station. So we'll see. How about you? Are you going to be there?
Yes, I will be there.
So tell me about what you know as far as what's going to be.
Well, apparently there's a parade. There's gonna be a parade. There's gonna be all kinds of food trucks and food vendors. There's gonna be all kinds of crafts. There'll be Santa Claus there.
Oh my goodness!
I know it's gonna be a great night.
Yeah,
celebrating our little town.
I love it.
Right downtown Uniontown. So come on out. It's on the November 28th from 5 to 9.
Okay, that's very cool. So are you going to? You're not set up there. You're just attending.
I'm just attending. I think my daughter will be working a booth though, so I'll be around.
You'll be floating.
I'll be floating around.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we're really excited. It's a great way to celebrate and get in the Christmas spirit.
Yeah, 5 to 9. And if you don't, or if you aren't able to get down there, I know that we're going to be doing a Facebook Live broadcast of the parade too.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll be able to share that way.
And then I think the next day is Small Business Saturday.
Yeah.
So go out and support our local businesses.
We got some really good ones.
Do.
We talked about that after the Best in Fayette.
Yeah.
There's places that we don't even know that are doing
I'm going to check
cool
out
stuff.
some on that Saturday.
Yeah, there's so many neat little shops and so many interesting food places too.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely
Go
some
support something new. Try something new.
I agree.
Keep it going.
I agree.
The economy's bad sometimes, so just go help them out.
Yeah, no, for sure. So I think that we also have a couple other notes here.
Yeah.
These are classic Wendy's.
I know.
She's like super fun, but she's also always like this, and she's also always mothering.
Okay, so well, I have a 21-year-old now, so he told me, Mom, I'm going to go out with my friends on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving.
Oh, God.
And I was like...
You had that moment.
Oh, no. Oh no, we have to talk about this. We have to talk about this because that is like the busiest night of the year for going out and DUIs and getting drunk, and that's a party night.
Well, I knew that from my reporting days.
Yeah,
it was always the police blotter was unbelievable.
Oh yeah,
following,
and they're going to be out.
Yeah,
so
they're going to be out, which is a good thing.
Yes, I'm so glad they're going to be out.
Yeah.
I want them to be out,
but they also could catch you in that situation where you're driving when you shouldn't be.
Yeah, please don't do that.
Yeah,
please do not do that. We have a taxi service in town now.
I saw that.
Call the taxi.
Call the taxi service.
If you need a ride, call the taxi. Someone will pick you up.
Yeah.
You do not need to drive.
There's Ubers as well.
Yep.
You also probably know a friend, and I guarantee you know a family member, albeit mom or dad even, who'd be like, nope, I'm annoyed that it happened in the first place, but I'll come get you.
Yeah. Do not go out without a plan.
Right.
Have a plan in place.
Yeah.
Know who's going to get you home. Know how you're getting back. But have fun. I want you to have fun.
We were that age at one time, and we had fun too.
Definitely.
And, you learn from mistakes, and thank God, no big mistakes. But it doesn't mean that even if you're not doing something intentionally wrong, you couldn't get yourself into a position that you wish you weren't in.
Yeah.
So have a plan.
So easy to do.
Go with friends. Make sure everybody's on the same page.
I can't tell you how many times, because we handle DUI cases too as well. If you do happen to get into trouble, give us a call. We'll help you. But things happen so innocently. Like, I just had one drink, or I didn't, I wasn't even thinking, like, small little.
And
you don't even realize it. It happens so quickly.
And especially if you're younger, you don't necessarily know your limits yet. Mm-hmm. You don't know your limits yet. You don't know those kind of things.
Yeah.
One drink could be all it takes to put you over the limit. You get the DUI, and it's going to set you back, and it's going to change things for you.
It's not worth it. I promise. No. It's even if this is your first offense. And you would be entitled to an ARD, which we're going to do a show on.
Yeah,
eventually.
I would like to do that.
DUIs, and we'll talk about that.
I think that would be important.
Even if it is your first, it's still extremely costly.
Yeah.
It's costly for you. It's costly for your family. You risk losing your driver's license.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
Sit there and wait for someone to come get you.
Yeah. Does your son have a plan in place now?
Yeah, I'm driving him.
Yeah, girl. See, she's on top of that.
As soon as he told me, I said, "How are you getting where?" And then he told me somebody, and I said, "How about I drive?"
Yeah.
So
there you go. See, so guess what? He'll still get to go have a good night. Mom can feel safe and secure, and so can he.
That's probably why I got told the plans. He was probably using like reverse psychology on his attorney mother.
He probably was. That's right. So he has a bigger challenge than you and I did because I didn't. Well, unless your parents were attorneys.
No.
Mine weren't either. So I didn't have to work through that.
No, we didn't have Uber either.
No, me neither.
Now they can Uber everywhere.
That's what they do, and I've never used an Uber.
Never.
No, never.
Really?
Never. No, never had to. Never had a reason to. I'm very much a like to be in control kind of person. I always am driving my car everywhere I can. So, how about you? Is good experiences though?
Yeah, always good. Yeah. I used it from from the airport when we went to Disney this time.
Yeah.
Airport over to Disney, we used an Uber all the time.
I would like to be able to do it, and maybe I will at some point. It's the same reason why I struggle flying too, because I'm like someone else is in charge. I definitely don't know how to fly the plane, but I feel like I should go up there and supervise.
You want to watch?
Yeah, I'm like,
what's going on in here?
Exactly.
No.
That's a me problem.
They know what they're doing, and guess what? They have a duty of care for you.
That's right.
So they have to protect you.
We got 1 minute, but I got to tell you, the last flight I took, I love the fact that you can tap into the cockpit too.
Oh yeah,
that makes me happy. As like an anxious flyer, I'll just listen to that. It makes me happy to like
feel better.
Somebody's on it. I feel like I'm involved.
It's not just running on autopilot.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
It's just a weird thing. So
they have a duty of care to protect you up there.
Yeah. So you have a safe, calm, and lawsuit-free Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it.
Can we do that?
I think that we can.
Yeah.
Wendy, this has been a lot of fun.
Yeah,
it was a great pre-Thanksgiving show with you. And then we'll see you again close to Christmas.
I always like talking a couple things with you.
Me too. So that's Wendy O'Brien from Proden O'Brien. You've been listening to WMBS Radio, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, W266DB. And at the sound of the tone, it will be 4 o'clock.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored